Warning, this video is not targeted to kids and may be inappropriate to younger audiences. Your discretion is advised. Hello, dudes and dudettes. It's your favorite reader, Gamer Mix 17 here, and I am recording this after I had recorded everything. Okay, whatever. Anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is that in the game, the playthrough that I did of Batman Arkham City, I ended up, of course, coming across to return on a specific date, that of course being Mother's Day of 2020. Yeah, just 2020. And from then on, I made it my goal and my mission to continue all the way through out an entire year and obtain every single recording. I did so, but it didn't work. For some reason, I managed to get a hold of all 12 dates. I just never obtained the final ending that I should have received. And I even went back to try again by, of course, messing with the date system on my PlayStation. That didn't work either, so hooray. But regardless, even though I'm not able to personally experience it, unless of course I redo the whole thing within a year, which I don't feel like doing, so I'm just gonna show what it is I was able to record, and that's about it. By the way, I will end up speaking abruptly once again in the other clips I obtained. So yeah, get ready to hear me more. There's not gonna be an outro, so yeah, enjoy.
This is gonna hurt, freak. We're gonna.
"30 days has November, April, June, and September." M was for the murderous look she gave me. O meant only she was weak and old. T is for her terror as she fought me. H is for her heart that I now hold. E is for her eyes swiftly dimming. R means rot, and soon rotting she will be. Put them all together, they spell mother, a word that means a corpse to me. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Was your father a stern man, Batman? Did he make you what you are today? Come back that day and tell me. Father's Day, time to pray. Was your father a stern man, Batman? Did he make you what you are today?
Hello everyone, and now I am God dang it, calendar man. Anywho, like I was trying to say, shut up already. I am back on Father's Day, which is the 21st of June 2020. One heck of a year so far. Anywho, other than that, we are now back, and it's time to listen.
wasn't real close to my dad. And after my first internment at Arkham, we never spoke at all. It seems he wrote me off as a wacko, loser. So, after I was released, I wanted to clear the air between us. Next Father's Day, I dropped by his place and suggested we go fishing. You ever go fishing with your pop? Well, it's some fun, let me tell you. The two of us out on the water, pulling in one whopper after another. Of course, I was doing the actual pulling. Dad was baiting the hooks. You know, with a finger, a foot, an eye. Whatever I had left of him. Even today, whenever I eat a nice piece of fish, I feel closer to my dear old dad.
I'm questioning, did he eat his father?
30
Looks like-
days. Why do you work alone, Batman? I believe you crave independence. Enjoy the loneliness. Come back and tell me.
So I'm just going to go on a wild whim here, and I'm assuming that is the 4th of July, right?
Independence Day for all.
Yep.
Why do you work
Okay,
alone?
yeah. I'm going on a whim, and that is on July the 4th. So that is actually not that far from now. That's like 2 weeks-ish.
Come back and tell
Something
me.
like that. So yeah, again, I am continuing on with this year-long video, which will probably be one of my longest videos that I've ever spent time on. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Anywho, moving on to the next clip, which is within like the next few weeks. So, 2 weeks cut. Bloop. Alrighty then. So, once again, I am back for another holiday. Now, I don't know if you can hear the background, but it is, or if you've been, you know, it's been forever for me, not for y'all. It's the 4th of July. You're gonna probably be hearing fireworks outside. I kind of did this a little late, so yeah. Now then, let's listen to what Calendar Man has to say.
Explosives planted at every exit and beneath this cell itself. What better way to celebrate Independence Day? My independence, of course, from Arkham. Unfortunately, I decided to be clever about it and had a calendar sent to police headquarters with the month of July ripped out. You figured it out right away and arrived just as the fireworks were starting. You stopped me from escaping, but not before the fire swept through the intensive care ward. But then, what's the 4th of July without a barbecue?
You know, I'm a little confused, but a little impressed. And of course, that came out like in a very creepy way. Now then, let's listen to it.
The dogs will sit with their master on that hot August night, just
Wait, what?
waiting to sink their teeth into the bones lying bloody on the floor. The dogs will come and tear you apart.
The dogs will come to tear you apart.
The dogs will sit with their master on that hot August night, just waiting to sink their teeth into the bones lying bloody on the floor.
So, we're skipping July? And moving on to August? Or... So he's mentioned to me about the
30 days
GCPD
hath September,
building, but then
April,
again, you
June,
know what? I have no
November.
clue. I'll
All the
come
rest
back
have
every
their
day
own,
from here to
except for February
whenever,
alone,
just to find out
which
what
we
happens.
don't
So,
need a sign.
wish me luck, everyone.
Till
And the
May
cut.
gives us 29.
Alrighty then, and of course we are back once again for another one of Calendar Man's dates. Now, apparently, it's on It is August 16th,
But on leap
and
year
it's something
29,
called Saint something. I can't remember what the thing's called. So, here we go.
do you remember that wonderfully hellish August, Batman? Packs of mad dogs swarming the furnace-hot streets, savaging everyone in their path. One bite, and humans were reduced to crazed animals themselves. Good times. Though Crane provided me with the hydrophobia formula, I had the presence of mind to release the hounds on August 16th, the feast day of St. Roach, patron saint of dogs. An obscure date, I know, but I couldn't imagine a better way to celebrate the dog days of summer.
And there we have it. Huh. That was interesting to say none the least. Alright, so what's the next day?
Labor Day, a day for workers.
Well, that's self-explanatory. What else do you guys say,
Work
though?
hard all year, Batman. Come back and celebrate on the day you deserve.
My birthday?
Labor Day.
Okay.
A
Well,
day for workers.
thank you, Counterman. So, yeah, apparently I'll be coming back on Labor Day, everyone. So, yeah. Even though it's going to be a few seconds for you guys, it is going to be close to a month for me. Alright, well,
30 days.
I'll see you on a little bit.
April, June, November.
Alrighty then, people. You know what time it is. It is Labor Day, and we are here. Let's see what he has to say.
Early September. Kids headed back to school.
Sadly.
Leaves starting to turn.
Eh,
And best of all, Labor Day.
still don't understand the date yet.
Like the year I posed as a construction laborer
Okay.
and drove a bulldozer through the gold exchange.
Ooh, I like where this is
Or the
going.
year I referenced the labors of Hercules and released lions, bulls, and wild boars upon Gotham. Better than a circus. Even you have to admit last Labor Day was my most inspired. Laying siege to that hospital maternity ward? You labored mightily yourself that day. Saved every one of them. Well, there's always next year.
What do you got to say? I think I already know what he's going to say.
Don't be scared, Batman. Halloween will be a day to celebrate if you come and see me.
Oh, yes.
Halloween, Halloween, All Saints' Day. Wake up the witches, or someone will pay. Don't be scared, Batman.
Oh, man.
Halloween
And of course,
will be a
I'll
day
be
to
back on
celebrate
my favorite
if you come
holiday,
and see me.
Halloween. Oh boy, I don't even need to mark this on the calendar. I already know when Halloween is, and I will remember when Halloween is. Even if I might not be able to celebrate it properly because of, 2020, I will still love Halloween either way. So, you will bet I will be back on the day of Halloween. Actually, no, I can't. That's the day before. Anywho, yes. And next clip.
30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31. Except for February. Boo. Funny thing, Halloween in Arkham. It seems redundant here. Within these walls, the monsters are on display year-round. Of course, there was that one year Joker led a breakout on All Hallows Eve. What a wonderful night. Costumed revelers innocently partying alongside killers and fiends. Of course, the real screams came when it was time to unmask. Trick or treat. you help me give thanks this year, Batman? You have much to be thankful for. Who will give thanks this Thanksgiving? Will you help me give thanks this year, Batman? You have much to be thankful for. 28 is but one. All the rest are 31. Of course, leap year comes and slays. Every 4 years, got it right. And 28 is 29. You know, I always feel a little lonesome in November. I think that's because even the worst of us enjoy a good old-fashioned family Thanksgiving. I know I did a few years back when I dropped in unannounced on Turkey Day. All those surprised faces around the table. Mom and Dad could hardly believe it. Mind you, I don't know whose mom and dad they were. I was on the run and needed a place to lay low. That family, whoever they were, could certainly cook. Stuffing and gravy and pumpkin pie to die for. Unfortunately, they did. Like I said, always feel lonesome in November. What do you want for Christmas, Batman? A new toy? A car, maybe? Will you sit with your family and enjoy the season? Or will you stand in front of me? On Christmas Day, the Red Man comes. A bloody X marks the spot. What do you want for Christmas, Batman? A new toy? A car, maybe? Will you sit with your rain or shine? But on leap year 29. Ebenezer Scrooge was a saint compared to old Judge Harkness. Remember him, Batman? Gotham's hanging judge, they called him. Even though the state had ruled me insane, Harkness swore he'd send me to the gallows. So you see, it was all a simple act of self-preservation. I could hardly be held responsible for strangling that street corner Santa Claus for his suit. I needed the disguise to sneak into the judge's Christmas Eve party. Harkness thought it was all in fun, until Saint Nick caught him around the neck with a string of Christmas lights. The cops found him later, hanging from the elaborate light display of his own roof. Judgy almost looked like a cartoon himself, alongside the comical reindeer, elves, and snowmen. I call that murder my Christmas special. New Year's Day comes but once a year. Will you still be alive on New Year's Day, Batman? New Year's Day comes but once a year. Of course, leap year comes and slays. New Year's Day, should old acquaintance be forgot and all that. I made sure she wouldn't forget me that day, didn't I, Batman? It was the first New Year's party I'd been invited to in a long time. But then I wasn't really invited, was I? The restraining order saw to that. Still, she and I had been close, or so I believed. And a new year means a new start. I admit, stepping into a crowded ballroom with a flamethrower was a bit dramatic. But what better way to melt the ice at a party? Perhaps she should have taken that cup of kindness from me when I first offered. Saint Valentine, give me your heart this February. What happened, Batman? Did someone cut out your heart for Saint Valentine? Saint Valentine, give me your... And September of 28 is but one. All the rest are 31. Of course, leap year comes and... Valentine's Day. Hearts and flowers. The perfect occasion to smother my new love with tokens of affection. I chose a dozen red roses, an assortment of truffles, and a darling little lacy thing. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to be so intimate. You might say I'd overdone it. And in truth, at that point, my love and I had not actually met. Ever the romantic, I followed her to her apartment. Loudly proclaiming my love, I drowned out her screams of protest. Sadly, it was not to be, so instead of smothering her with gifts, I simply smothered her. St. Patrick's Day will be special this year, Batman. St. Patrick's Day. Let's hope the river continues to run green, hiding the blood beneath the surface. St. Patrick's Day will be special. 28 is but one. All the rest are 31. Of course, leap year comes and slays. Every 4 years, got it right. And 20. March 17th, the day set aside for St. Patrick, the holy man who drove the snakes from Ireland. Interesting thing about snake venom, Batman. Some are green, just like the dye used to make green beer. That made it all the easier when I hosted that St. Patty's Day party for my old gang. As you remember, one of my henchmen tried to tip you off. I wasn't sure which one had done it, so I decided to punish them all. 1 dose of green mamba venom into the beer keg, and they were soon rotting under the shamrocks. So I guess that makes you responsible for their deaths, too. I'll drink to that. Are you fool enough to miss seeing me on April 1st? April 1st, a day of fools. Are you fool enough to miss seeing me on April, June, and November? All the rest have 31, except for February alone, which has 28, rain or shine. Well, Batman. You listened well. You appear to understand the importance of dates, don't you? Let me tell you about this day of fools. I remember clearly that I watched her for days, waiting for the perfect moment. It was cold that March. It felt like spring would never come. They drank coffee, and she confessed her life lacked surprises. For 6 more days, I watched. April 1st, 5:22 a.m. I finished cutting through the brake lines of her car. From the camera I placed on her dash, I saw her panic. My only regret, she couldn't hear me yell, "Surprise!" Remember to give your mother a call, Batman, and come back and see me. Mother's Day. Time to pay. Remember to give your mother a call, Batman, and come back and see me.